Hey guys, so I have a video I've been wanting to do for a few days, but I haven't been able to because of being busy, and because Sean has been in a weird mood the last couple of days where he just really did not want to let me put him down. I haven't brushed my hair today. That doesn't... Oh, fuck. Anyways, and I'm actually doing this video while cleaning because I've got... My house is a mess, and my son is materializing stuff to shove into his mouth that wasn't there before. I don't know how he does this. He finds things that did not exist in the living room. I don't know. He materialized a pair of scissors once on a couch that I just cleaned. I just cleaned the couch, and I put some stuff, some magazines on there that I needed to go through and figure out if I was going to recycle them or read them. And magically, scissors that I'd been looking for appeared in his hands from on the couch. I'm like, I just cleaned the couch. Where'd they come from? Anywho, that's not what this video is supposed to be about. No, I wanted to talk about how being a mom does not mean you can't still have fun. It doesn't. You can still have a blast. And it's not hard to involve your kids in some of the stuff too. And I'm going to use as an example something that me and my husband just did together. When I quit my job because he really wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom. He really wanted me to. And before any of y'all get all, oh, you shouldn't have stayed at home if you didn't... I was nervous about staying home, but the reason my husband wanted me to stay home wasn't because it's a woman's job or anything like that. It was because, literally, to the minute, 24 hours after we had our son, my mother-in-law died. My husband was very, very close to his mom. Very, very close to her, and so was I. And he was like, you know, I want to make sure that our son gets to spend a lot of time with at least one of his parents, and I would really like it to be you. It wasn't just because my husband has a job that makes way more money than mine did. I worked at Walmart. My husband works at a factory. And where'd you find that hanger? No. Materializes. But is because, you know, he wished he could have spent more time with his mom growing up because she was a single mom. Well, when I quit my job, sorry, I'm rambling. When I quit my job, my last paycheck, I came home with it, and I told my husband, I'm like, we will not spend this. We will not spend this no matter how badly we need to use it for something. We will not spend this money. And he asked me why, and I said, because this is going to go into an us fund. This is going to be money for me and you to be able to go out on a date, go out to eat, go to a concert, do something fun, because, you know, I know that a lot of money ends up going to the bubbas, and when you become a parent, and I'm like, we're going to be going on a single income, and I don't want us to get to the point to where we don't get any us time at all, or we don't get to spend time together and do fun things. Or are you upset because you can't get the stuff on the couch? That is literally what he is upset about. And he agreed. So it was a shock, because I used to go to a lot of concerts. A lot of concerts. I love going to concerts. I love it. Oh, yes. Okay, let's go over here with your toys. But I had a lot of fun going to them. But the thing is, the last couple of years, we haven't been able to go to concerts, not because we couldn't afford it, but because... Oh, I'm going to turn off the TV. But, oh, Bubba's. But it was because my husband only has weekends off. And it seemed like every single concert we wanted to go to was on a weekday, so we couldn't go. The last concert I went to, before these ones me and my husband just went to, was a Queensryche concert. It was a very small concert. I was actually very disappointed because I didn't play a lot of their old music, and it made me very angry. And it was right before I lost my son Alex to miscarriage. And so we hadn't been to a concert since then. And two concerts that we absolutely loved the bands for came to a town near us, and the tickets were super cheap. Well, not super cheap. The tickets for one were pretty cheap, and that was the Skillet 1,000-Foot Krutch concert. And then we spent much more on the tickets to see Five Finger Death Punch with 6 a.m. and Shinedown and As Lions. And I don't know if maybe things have changed since I went to a lot of concerts, or if I just never noticed before. But the Skillet concert was at a very small venue, comparatively speaking to the Five Finger Death Punch one. It's a ballroom. It's not a coliseum. So there wasn't a ton of people. There was moshing and stuff, but well, not moshing. I mean, there was a pit. No moshing, though. But I noticed that there were a lot of kids there. A lot of kids. I was shocked, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because we're at this place, and it's small, and all that. Or because, Skillet's a Christian band. I don't know. But, I found that really cool, that parents were bringing their kids to something like that. Well, then we went to the Five Finger Death Punch concert. And we ended up standing on the floor right next to a lady that had a little boy. And he was freaking adorable. Oh my goodness, I love this child. Well, once 6 a.m. got off stage, I talked to the mom and I asked her, like, can I ask you a question? And she said, yeah. And I said, how old is your son? And she said, he's 5. And I'm like, okay. I was wondering because I have a little boy. He's not even a year yet, so it's going to be a while. But I was wondering, when do you start taking your kids to stuff like this? And I told her about the smaller concert and said, I thought it was because it was smaller. But, this place is huge, and you're not the only person I've seen with a kid. And she said, well, I wouldn't have brought him if it wasn't a band he actually liked. And apparently her son is a huge Shinedown fan. She even got him backstage, or early access or whatever, so that he can meet Shinedown. And apparently the kids just loved it. And I kid you not, this little boy starts singing "Cut the Cord" to me. I'm not even kidding. He just, "Cut the cord." He knew all the song, all the words. It was adorable. And I learned a couple of things. I've met a few other moms there, and I'm dressed in a corset for this concert. My boobs are sticking out. I wear a corset to every concert I go to. That's just something I've always done since my first concert when I was 14. And you know what? You don't have to always dress like a mom, I guess is my first message for this. You don't always have to dress like a mom. I mean, I consider myself kind of a hot mess mom, if you can't tell by the hair. Sometimes I just leave the house in yoga pants or sweatpants and a tank top. It's like, I don't care. I don't care what I look like. But you don't always have to dress like a mom. And you don't have to stop having fun just because you have kids. And that's what this showed me, was that these parents bringing kids with them. But another thing I had a concern about was moshing. I'm like, oh, frack. Isn't that dangerous, though? But then I realized between these two concerts that first off, a lot of concert halls don't allow moshing anymore because too many people get hurt. Which bums me out because I actually love to mosh. I don't look like somebody who'd like moshing, but I love moshing. But a lot of venues just don't allow moshing anymore. And so that's one thing. But the other thing that was really cool was that several of the bands said that they didn't want people to mosh either. Shinedown actually said that. But during Five Finger Death Punch, it was the coolest freaking thing. Main singer gets up to the mic and he starts asking for all the kids in the audience to raise their hand. And probably, it had to be at least a dozen kids start raising their hands, and he starts telling them all to get on the stage with him and bring their parents. And I'm just like, oh, he's going to do something really cool with the kids. This is going to be awesome. And I'm looking to see if that little boy's up there. I didn't see him, so he must not have been in the pit anymore, which made me sad. But he didn't actually end up doing anything with the kids. Instead, he told everybody, open up an area right here in the middle of the crowd and mosh. Like, he told everybody, I want you to mosh. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this old school rock concert. And I'm just like, ah! Because, again, I love to mosh, and I got in it. But what he did was he took all of the kids out of the crowd and put them on the stage so they couldn't get injured. And I'm like, first of all, I'm going to give a shout out to any rock fans that might see this video. Just think about doing that, because I was not aware that so many kids go to rock concerts. I didn't know, especially in pits. Like, if they're sitting down, that's one thing, but like being in the pit, that's really cool. And the fact that he was aware enough to be like, okay, I need all the children, all the kids, get up on stage, because I don't want any of you to get hurt. And it was amazing. It was a really cool thing. Anywho, this video is running long because of my rambling at the beginning and explaining, you know, having the money for the concert and everything, and how this was a big deal for us to be able to do. But we had a blast. And again, just the end message is being a parent, being a mom, doesn't mean you can't stop having fun. I mean, it sucked leaving my son with my grandma for 6 hours, but he was cool with it, and she doesn't even watch him that often. He was very clingy the next few days, as I've said, but he was cool with it. He was okay with that situation. And you don't need to feel guilty for having fun, for going out and having a good time with your husband or your wife or whoever. Just go on, have fun. Do it responsibly. Do it responsibly is the only thing. You know, I didn't drink while I was at the concert, in part because I breastfeed. And yes, I know that technically speaking, you can drink while breastfeeding, just in minimum. I don't do it often anyways. Every once in a while, it's just like, I could use a glass of wine. I'm not having a good day. And I do. But, you know, I'm responsible about it, and that's the big thing. Be responsible. And, you know, don't leave your kid forever. I mean, that's the other thing. You know, and make sure you shower them with love, because they're gonna, if they're small like my Sean is. Say hi, Bubbas. You know, they're just like, where'd my parents go? Anywho, though, but yeah, you know, have fun with it, and don't think that you can't bring your kids to stuff that you enjoy. You don't have to stop doing stuff like that just because you're a parent. Anyway, again, this video is running long. I'm rambling, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.